Have you ever imagined that some animals we believe to be extinct for millions of years might still be alive today, hidden in remote corners of the planet? It sounds impossible, but when we look at the secrets nature holds, we realize nothing should be completely ruled out. After all, how many times has science announced the disappearance of a species only to rediscover it decades later in some isolated place? Today I'm going to show you 15 prehistoric animals that, according to reports, legends, and even scientific investigations, could still be alive today. And trust me, the last one on the list will leave you speechless. Our journey begins with the coelacanth, a fish that everyone was absolutely certain had been extinct for 70 million years. But in 1938, a fisherman in South Africa caught a living specimen, shocking the scientific community. Since then, other coelacanths have been found, proving that sometimes the impossible happens. This case makes us wonder, if a creature thought to be gone for so long can reappear, who's to say others aren't still hiding somewhere? Following that logic, let's talk about the giant sturgeon. This fish, which looks like a living fossil, can grow over 5 meters long. It already swam in rivers back when dinosaurs still walked the earth. Although it's now endangered, populations still exist in parts of Asia and Europe. The sight of an adult sturgeon swimming in dark waters can easily be mistaken for a prehistoric monster. Now imagine a remote forest in the Congo. It's there that locals speak of the Mokele Mbembe, a creature they describe as a living dinosaur, resembling a brontosaurus. Hunters, missionaries, and explorers have all reported encounters with this mysterious being, always associated with rivers and lakes. Science remains skeptical, but the reports persist, and even modern expeditions have been organized to investigate. To this day, nothing has been proven, but the mystery lingers. Another example is the colossal squid. For a long time, it was considered nothing more than a myth told by sailors. But in recent years, images of giant squids over 10 meters long have been recorded in deep waters. If creatures of this size can remain hidden in the ocean's depths, what else could be waiting to be discovered? Let's talk now about the Greenland shark, one of the most enigmatic animals alive. This species can live up to 400 years, which means some individuals alive today were born before the invention of the electric light bulb. It inhabits cold, deep waters and is almost never seen by humans. With such an absurd lifespan, who's to say even older species aren't still hiding in those same waters? Next on the list is the Stegosaurus, not exactly as we know it from books. In Africa, there are legends about a creature called ngubu, which resembles a dinosaur with plates along its back. Hunters describe encounters with a large animal, with horns and brutal strength. Although no physical evidence exists, the similarity between the legend and the known fossils intrigues researchers. Back to the seas, we find the frilled shark. This terrifying creature has an elongated body, resembling a serpent, and a mouth filled with sharp teeth. It was first described in the 19th century, but for a long time no one believed it could still exist. Today, we know it inhabits deep waters, far from human eyes. Seeing one up close would be like looking at a Jurassic monster. Another fascinating mystery is the plesiosaur, often linked to the famous Loch Ness monster. This marine reptile, with its long neck and robust body, supposedly vanished along with the dinosaurs. But reports of similar creatures in lakes in Scotland, Canada, and even Argentina fuel the idea that some might have survived. To this day, there's no definitive proof, but the stories keep piling up. Now, picture the prehistoric terror bird. These animals were flightless predators, capable of running at high speeds and hunting prey with razor-sharp beaks. Although officially extinct millions of years ago, occasional reports in South America describe unknown giant birds that could be direct descendants of this group. In Australia, there are stories about the megalania, a giant lizard that could reach 7 meters in length. A distant relative of the Komodo dragon, it dominated the continent in ancient times. Aboriginal hunters tell of enormous reptiles still roaming remote regions, capable of devouring entire kangaroos. Are these just stories or echoes of a hidden reality? Let's talk now about the lake sturgeon, an even older and rarer variation found in the cold waters of North America. Its body resembles an armored fish, with bony plates and a look almost identical to fossils millions of years old. Many fishermen swear they've seen gigantic specimens that don't seem to belong to our time. Another intriguing example is the giant rat kangaroo, known in legends from Australia's outback. Some explorers believe it may be a descendant of prehistoric marsupials that survived in isolated regions. Its enormous size and strength, as described in the stories, leave a strong impression, even without hard evidence. In the Arctic, indigenous people tell stories of a creature called the amarok, resembling a gigantic wolf. Science says prehistoric wolves once lived in these areas, but officially disappeared thousands of years ago. Still, mysterious tracks and occasional sightings keep the legend alive to this day. Another possible prehistoric survivor is the paddlefish, found in rivers in China and North America. It exists for real, but its appearance is so ancient and unusual that it looks like it came straight from the age of the dinosaurs. Some scientists see this species as living proof that past and present can overlap in surprising ways. And to close our list, we can't forget the famous mammoth. For centuries, people believed they vanished completely. But archaeological discoveries show that small populations survived on isolated islands until just a few thousand years ago. With modern cloning and DNA technology, many believe mammoths may soon walk the earth again. But what if some are already out there, hidden in frozen regions, surviving unnoticed? These 15 examples show how thin the line between past and present can really be. The coelacanth's case proves that science doesn't know everything. Each report, each legend, each discovery reminds us that nature loves to surprise us. Perhaps many animals we thought lost forever are still alive, just waiting for the right moment to be found. And now, I want to know, which of these animals would you like to see alive today? The coelacanth that came back from the dead? The mysterious Mokele-mbembe? Or maybe the mammoths walking once again among us? Leave your opinion in the comments. Share this video with someone who loves a good mystery, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next stories. Because in the end, the greatest secret of nature is just how much it still has left to surprise us.